Hello, hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are watching, I am grateful. All right, today I watched the press release or the press thing yesterday with Donald Trump, and he was going along, and it was he was like almost there, almost to the point where he was at least acting like a true leader, almost. And then when that reporter asked, what do you want to tell the people who are scared, I saw Trump dip his head down, shake his head, and whatever, and he took whatever it was personal, like it was a personal attack to him when he had to answer a question, and it was just pitiful. It was pitiful. And then the reporter asked Vice President Pence the same question, and he answered it correctly. I was like, does Trump even know? You know what I mean? Can he figure this out? Oh, it was just pitiful. One more time, who he is rears his ugly head, and this is, he can't hide himself anymore. He's had to be in the front of the public every day. He cannot hide who he is anymore. Anymore can he hide who he is. Because he has to, it's like he can behave for all of 30 seconds, and then that's all the energy he has. Crazy. Sage, guys, sage. I asked spirits to make me a hollow bone. Speak through me. Do this light work through me. There's some for me. There's some for you guys. You are blessed. Okay, so today I've been thinking about this for a while, and I wanted to do a spread on what this world's turning into. You ever just ask that question, oh Lord, what is this world turning into? I think if our parents and all of that had cards to read, or had us to predict that back in the day, they probably wouldn't have been stressed out so dang much. But anyways, let's do a reading on what is this world turning into. And I am drinking coffee, and I'm gonna use these guys. Can you see those? For my reading. And I'm also going to draw cards on Ask the Guides. And I'm also going to draw cards from my Akashic Tarot. So all three. And I'm only going to do 4 across, and then I'm going to build the story going down. So that's how that works. And I can go across, and I can never remember exactly, but you can choose which one you want the information to be, right? I want the information to come from, say, the guides. I want the information to come from spirit. I want the information to come, or what does our future, or what has happened in the past to create the balance, you know what I mean? What's going to be in balance, and what is going to be, whatever I want. Whatever you want. That's the thing about doing cards and stuff like that. We have a baseline of how you could do it and what it means, and go with that for sure. But the freedom in this work is you can really pick what you want. You can pick what you want. So what I'm going to do is pass what has brought us to this point. The second one is going to be what does Spirit want us to know? What's going to happen in the near future? And what tools we're going to need to handle it all. So that's what I'm going to do. And if I get them tongue-tied, I'm sorry. So the past, what's brought us to this point, future, and the tools that we need to handle it all. All right, let's go. And I'm going to draw 2 cards from each deck. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I said I was going to draw 2 cards, didn't I? See? I already forgot it. Okay, there's that, and that. Okay. See how short my memory is? My poor children. Here's this. Ask our guides. See what information comes about with this. I like this deck. This deck is a really good draw a card a day type of deck, especially if you just want some direct information from your guides and something to ponder throughout the day. This deck is really good for that. Or when you're doing a personal reading with somebody, at the end of your reading, you can say, hey, would you like to know what your guides have for you? Or, and pull a card from there. It really makes it, it rounds your reading up and takes it to a different level. So let's see what our guides have to say for this. One and two. 1 and 2. Let's see. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Come on. Get back together, cards. Oh. Our guides are confused just as much as we are, apparently. Alright. On there. Alright. Now our Akashic Records. Now the Akashic Records, I enjoy this deck as well. I don't know if anybody's ever done any work in the Akashic Records. I can meditate and pull stuff out. So I've done readings where I would sit with somebody quietly and I would ask the Akashic Records, go into the Akashic Records and pull out information about that, my client, whoever's in front of me. And I can sit there and then they can ask questions. They can ask questions about their history. They can ask questions about past lives. They can ask questions about anything, anything. And sometimes they want clarifiers. I tell them to ask a question to know that I'm in the right spot. So I had a client one time and she started asking me, okay, tell me something that I have kept all of my life as a treasure. And I asked the Akashic Records and it come out and it was like a ring, right? And she goes, oh my gosh. And so people can tap in, whoever does Akashic work can tap into that information as long as you have somebody that knows how to do it, which is easy, right? Go into meditation, ask Spirit to guide you into the Akashic Records, and you sit there and you be that hollow bone. And then, it's just a little ritual that you can do to get that done. But the Akashic cards are really fabulous, I think, because it does draw out information that we can use as a society at whole. So let's draw some two Akashic records. Two, one, two, one, two, one, two. All right. Now, let's see. I'm pretty sure with the cards I have, there's going to be a lot of positive information because, you know, our guides really want us to have positive information. You know, this world is turning into something. We don't know what it's really going to look like, but we definitely are on a path of something new coming up. So this right here is our past. Is our immediate past. The sun. Things coming to light. And these cards right here, mine is like Adam and Eve kind of situation. Like we have been brought all the way down to our knees. We've been brought all the way back to a new beginning. And everything it's like anything and everything the United States has ever held on to is just crumbling and running down that roaring river right now. And we've been brought back to our Adam and Eve theory. Back to the beginning. Back to the beginning. This is what has happened. The Nine of Cups. Our cup runneth over. That's where I always get this one. Our cup runneth over. We had this is usually positive when you're reading for somebody, like you want to tell them that you have an abundance, you're doing pretty good. And we did have an abundance. However, I think we were abundantly overindulgent in our lifestyles. We have everything that's going on right now. In Venice, they have stopped boat traffic in the canal, and the water has went clear, and the dolphins came back. Because of no boat traffic, because of lack of human influence in the water. That tells you something and how much indulgence this society and humans have become. And Mother Earth is going, knock it off. Knock it off. I will take back my domain. So that's kind of what that says. We have been overindulgent. Grace. Spirit has given us grace. You know, that's the thing, is we're not gonna. It's not gonna. You know what grace is when you're doing something out there and it goes crazy and it went wrong and all of that. But grace brings you back to tell you that Spirit says we love you. We love you. We're here for you. We're gonna do the right thing. We're going to do the right thing. So we have been blessed with grace in the past. Shame. How we've been living and how we've been terrorizing this earth and the things that are around it. Shame. Shameful. We've been living shamefully. Shamefully. Summer, winter forces. This talks about summer and winter. Talks about the elements. So we've been living in abundance and chaos. You know, we've been overindulgence in the summer, and then winter comes around and freezes us all. Poosh. That's enough. The buck stops here. Freezes us all. And this right here is the ascent. We have peaked our overindulgence, and now it's time to come back down off of our high horse, off of our a huge mountain of crapola that we've been doing. Whew, that's our past. What is our current situation? Three of Pentacles. Oof. Three of Pentacles. What does this one say? Three of Pentacles. You know, everything comes in threes. Have you ever heard of, you know, if somebody dies, people die in threes, events happen in threes. This is what it is. It's like a three. We're waiting for like one wave, two waves, a third wave type of situation. Everything happens in threes. So, you know, we've had situation after situation after situation, and we're on our last wave, I think. The devil has showed up. You know, the devil, we're chained. The devil showed up. Current situation, the devil has showed up. Meaning that everything that was in our past has brought us into the future, to right now, current situation. And this is what society has manifested. Being chained up, locked up. We got us into nothing good, right? Our overindulgence. And you know, past experience, our past stories that we've had in this world has told these stories over and over. The Native Americans over and over. This is what's going to happen if you guys do this. This is what's going to happen if you guys do this. And sure enough, we overindulged. We went beyond what we should be doing, and we manifested this. Restrictions. Current situation, we are restricted. We are restricted. See the mind? The restriction in our mind? We have become a closed-minded society. Ugh. Current situation, we have become a closed-minded society. Now, I know a lot of light workers out there that are like me, that struggle and do everything we can to keep our minds open. However, it's not an easy task when you're walking into walls constantly in this world. Constantly in this world. But yeah, we have restricted ourselves into a closed-minded society. Never thought it possible. Survival. We have, you know, we're into survival mode. Survival. Fighting for our survival. Ugh. Do you see this card though? Do you see the hands coming down, the light onto that person who is on the ocean? We're in survival, but Spirit's always there to reach down and help us if we ask. This right here is the journey. Whoo! Are we on a journey or what? This is the Akashic. It is our journey. It is our destiny. It is what we are supposed to, you know, to do. We could have absolutely manifested a different current situation. Absolutely. However, that's not how it went. So we're, you know, this is the journey. This always tells me that this is exactly the way where we're supposed to be, and this is exactly what we're supposed to be going through at the exact moment in order for us to crack open and be the people that we really, really need to be. It's a muse. We've been believing in a lie. We've been believing in a lie. If all of our overindulgence is going to make us happy, we have been believing a lie. A muse. Interesting. Near future. Isn't this the truth? We're all going to be shut-ins right now. We're going to go and lick our wounds, set in our houses, contemplate life, do our, you know what I mean? We're going to all become hermits right now in the near future. Eight of Swords. This always reminds me of infinity and beyond. I don't know why I always think of Eight of Swords, the infinity and beyond. It's all, it's all working exactly the way it's supposed to. However, we do have our swords there that are poking us. It's truth. So we're gonna be shut in there. It's all gonna flow. But we have a few lessons along the way to learn. This one here is leadership. Oh, we're going to have some new leadership because we just don't have any right now. That's something about America is we need to figure out, really, truly, truly concentrate on what type of leader we really want and need. I've always said this. We deserve a leader who is for us, who is not going to lie to us, who doesn't pull punches, who is there in time of crisis to lift us up and not take us down. Balance. In the near future, we're going to learn balance. Balance is coming. Justice is coming. Balance, balance. In the near future, these are the things we're going to learn. Shut up in our houses, is that the element of balance. You can't go out and overindulge. What about all those people who overindulge every day? I know somebody who overindulges and bets on sports constantly. Well, there's no sports. I know a person who goes out to the bars and drinks almost every night. There's no bars opening, and you're not socializing that way. I know a person who overindulges and overexpends on eating out. Well, you're not doing that anymore either, going out to restaurants. I know you can still order in. But that person's lifestyle of overindulgence has screeched to a halt. Go to the gym, you know what I mean? It's done. It's over with. We're going to learn balance. We're going to learn balance. Clearing the way. The Akashic records don't tell it any, that they're very clear, clearing the way. We are clearing a path into our life existence in our future. We are clearing that path. Do you see that great big old huge log? It's got to go. It's got to go so that we can get to where we need to go. It's clearing a path. This is the phoenix. It's got to burn down to the ground so that we can come up new, the phoenix. It's got to go down, burn down to the ground so that we can become who we are as a society. Okay, what does Spirit have for us? The High Priestess. The High Priestess always reminds me of pray, 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 pray. And if you're not like a spiritual, religious person, it doesn't matter. You can still talk to Mother Nature. You can talk to the wind. You can talk to the sun. You can just pray into anything, the infinity. You can. It is all about rearranging your thoughts and your thought patterns and becoming more in depth inside instead of so outerly indulgence. Go within. Queen of Pentacles, save your money. Save your money. Spend it on worthwhile situations and things. You don't need 30 things of toilet paper for you to be okay. Spend your money wisely. Divine teachers. Suffering. What it's telling you in this one is you are suffering, but look who you have to rely on. You don't have to suffer. Divine teachers. It's like your suffering are your lessons. You can either suffer severely or suffer slightly. I prefer slight suffering and then get into asking for divine help. I don't like suffering at all. But sometimes even this one right here, has to go through a little suffering to remember to ask for help from the divine. Death. We're going to be dealing with death. The guardian angels. We're going to be dealing with death. And when we're dealing with so much death, we're going to remember that the divine angels are there to get that person. It was time for them to go. It's time for this earth and for this whole earth. Everybody on this earth is affected by this. When it's time for that generation, that thought process, those belief systems to go away. Death. The guardian angels are doing this and taking care of it. And it doesn't mean necessarily all people. It is the belief systems, the overindulgence, the arrogance, all of that. Guardians are going to be taking care of that. We are caught in the ruins. We are caught in the ruins. You know, divine teacher, the Akashic Records want us to know that, you know, that whole thing is just steadfast. Hunker down. Open your mind. You're going to be okay. We are caught in the ruins. The Oracle of Delphi, teaching. See how there's an old guy back here with a scroll. She's up on a pedestal, and she's in that teaching differently, like, we are going to be fine. We are all going to be fine. We're going to have a new existence, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. That was beautiful, I thought. Thank you for showing up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and hit the like button so I can share my craft with a lot more people. And you have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Thanks, guys.